Can we trust the Quran? We'll find out. Sahih Bukhari 4986. And this is the story of the compilation of the Quran by Zayd ibn Thabit. Now, this hadith is talking about there was a war that was happening in Yamama, and many of the reciters of the Quran, those who knew the Quran by heart, they were called the Qur'an, right? They were being killed in the war of Yamama, and Umar came to one of the caliphs, the caliph after Muhammad. His name was Abu Bakr. Now, Abu Bakr sent for Zayd ibn Thabit. Zayd ibn Thabit used to be a scribe for Muhammad back in the days when he was still alive. And no, this was like a year or 2 years after the death of Muhammad. So Abu Bakr called for Zayd ibn Thabit and said, look, this is what Umar is telling me, that we should compile the verses of the Quran together into one book. Now, Zayd ibn Thabit, hearing this, was freaked out. He was like speaking to Umar and saying, how can you ask me to do what Allah's prophet did not do? Speaking of compiling the Quran now. And Umar said, it is good that we do this. Why? They wanted to compile it because the Quran were in fragments, right? Little here, little there, little here, little there. But they wanted to bring it into a single book. Now, this was Zayd ibn Thabit made a comment and said it is easier for him to move a mountain than to collect the Quran from different places and bring it into one book. But he was praised by Umar, said that he was an honest man and how he used to write as a scribe for the prophet. And Zayd ibn Thabit said that Allah opened his heart and he agreed to write the Quran and bring them into one book. Now, how did Zayd ibn Thabit begin to compile the Quran? He started to collect the Quran from palm stalks, from white rocks, and from those who knew the Quran by heart. Ibn Thabit also narrated that he found the last parts of Surah Al-Taba with Abu Kusaima, right? And no other person was found with it. Now, this is the problem I have. If Abu here was the only one that had those last verses and no other person knew it except from him, who or what is the standard for the authenticity of that surah? There is no standard, because Zayd ibn Thabit did not know it. Umar did not know it. The other companions of Muhammad did not know it. Even Muhammad was dead, so there was nobody to authenticate that surah that was gotten from Abu. That's one of my issues here. You can see that this is a problem. So there were different caliphs that ruled after Muhammad, starting with Abu Bakr. It was during Abu Bakr's time that Zayd ibn Thabit compiled the Quran into a single book. And during the reign of Umar, the compiled Quranic verses was in safekeeping with him. Then down to the time of Caliph Uthman. Now, this is where we had a lot of issues, because the Islamic community began to have disputes on the recitations of the Quran, how there were different recitations. Now, the solution that Uthman came up with was that he called Zayd ibn Thabit and 3 other scribes, and what they told them to do was to standardize the Quran into one perfect copy. Now, after the standardization of the Quran, he sent it to different provinces and asked everybody to burn the copies of Quran that they had. Now, Uthman created a standardized copy, and the Quranic verses that were in existence during the time of Muhammad were asked to be burned. How do you have the original? Yes, how do you have the original? You don't have the original copies. You have a transcribing of the other copies. It was just transcribed into another different book, transcribed into different Quranic verses, right? So you don't have the original literature, right? The issue with that was that the original Quran was written in Qurayshi Arabic. Now, there were issues because the Qurayshi speaking Arabians did not or were not satisfied with the writings of Zayd ibn Thabit, and Uthman told them that if you are not satisfied with what Zayd ibn Thabit has written, you should rewrite it in Qurayshi Arabic. If you ask any Muslim today, is your Quran in Qurayshi Arabic? No. Their Qurans today are not in Qurayshi Arabic. They are mostly classical Arabic. So how do you have the original writings? You don't. And you come to us and asking us or telling us that we do not have the original scriptures because of we have had translations to different languages. Of course, there will be textual variances because of language barriers. Of course, it will not be the exact same thing 100% with the original manuscript. But you claim that you have the exact copy, which is a lie, and I have proved it here, right? And now, right? And not just that alone, there are also different Qurans, not just Quranic translations. I'm talking about different Quran. We have the Hafs Quran, we have the Wash Quran, we have different Qurans today that even say different things. I'm not talking about them different translations. I'm talking about different Arabic Qurans today. So don't tell me that you have one Quran. Don't tell me that you have one standardized Quran. You don't. You have variants, different copies, and even in the copies there are textual variants found in them.